I want y'all to give it up as I bring to the stage Sabrina Gilbert.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Gilbert and I'm a poet.
We are quick to judge and slow to understand and stand under constant scrutiny until we be afraid to be ourselves.
I've been performing professionally for 5 years now.
He is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen, and his beauty radiates from within through smiles that pierce my heart like sun rays.
I've been everywhere from Connecticut to Miami to California.
I learned the art of seduction from my mother, who wears 47-inch hips like they're 36 without the assistance of a girdle.
I just booked a gig in Montreal and I'm going out to London this year, so I've been all over the globe doing poetry.
I woke evoking the phoenix within me. I pull vocal cords till they bleed within me. So while y'all record reps to 3 chords, my 4 chords came from 7 years, waking me while I slumber. So I eternally bleed internally, making my speech sicker than the Red Sea when Moses parted it, doper than the Dead Sea when it sees fit to bring forth life. I work hard when I write because this comes from God.
I started performing my work in college, and after that I started to begin to take my work more seriously. Editing my work, seeking assistance in my writing style, and really honing my craft, not just as a performer, but also as a writer.
Show me this generation's poets who know the history of this business, who can define the tools they use to achieve clever articulation of thought, thoughtfully cleaving craft with talent, taking the time to tend to the crop, but no, they cropping headshots with no press packages, packing up everything in their cubicle to go sell fruit that's not ripe with aspirations and no means. You go nowhere fast from supporting you because you won't support yourself. Call this tough love to keep culture from becoming parody and not compromise its caliber. My pen be Excalibur and I bleed this into existence, and I V's drip slowly, leaving no room for error as I support life through lyrical life support on a 365. Shift her into rebirth, call me Renaissance. I don't take no nonsense from disrespectful writers.
The first thing that makes a good poem or good writing in general is being able to be honest with yourself. Whenever you come from a place of sincerity, the poems really come to life.
Constantly apologizing for who and what we are, never giving ourselves permission to be free, freely walking into slavery as we lie foundation over perfectly finished structures, lengthen our lashes with L'Oreal and clench our cleave with secrets, secretly suffering, telling this as truth until the door closes and you hear yourself crying because every orifice in your body is full except your thoracic cavity.
Another thing is just really knowing what tools you have available to yourself and being able to paint really good imagery that makes sense to what it is that you're trying to, or the feeling that you're trying to evoke in the writing or from yourself.
Let your eyes do most of the talking. The language of love is ventriloquy and only the dummies use their mouths. Cute and comfort are soulmates. Don't let anybody tell you any different. If it can't be worn without constant adjustment, adjust it back on the rack, not on your back, because it ain't gonna stay there no way.
I have a real diverse background as far as what I read, anything from Nigerian writers like Ben Okri to American writers like Thoreau. So you'll see all that influence in my work. I really have an eclectic background of friends and communication, so I like to learn about other cultures, so you'll also see that reflected in my work as well.
Almond brown Caribbean skin got me feeling for his touch, and I could be his negrita. Y él puede tocar mi corazón con palabras dulces y miradas que me hacen sentir como oro. Y juntos nos pedimos en el ritmo y bailamos like there's no tomorrow. And all my girlhood dreams come true, and I wish every man could be like you.
My debut album is called Come Get Me. It's a very eclectic album. There's some political poems in there, there's some love poems in there, there's some inspirational poems. You'll see it as you listen and journey through that with me.
This is Sabrina Gilbert. Come get me.